We haven't even had much of a winter, so, you know.
Dude, I was on my bike yesterday in Central Park. That's crazy.
Yesterday was ridiculous nice weather.
What was it, like 65?
Yeah, no jacket
Low 60s?
needed. Just walking around New York.
It's all nice, but, you know, you got to start believing in global warming yet. And I'll tell you why.
But last year was abominable.
I'll tell you why. Because, you know, the people that came before us, you know, like the ice age? You know that ice, when it reformed the entire planet, it was only moving, I think, a foot a year.
Yeah, it was not
much
even,
at all.
maybe. Yeah.
So the people or whatever things were around never noticed it because it happened so slow
really
around
slow,
them.
Yeah.
This weather change, I go, within our lifetime, I remember growing up and having really bad winters every single winter.
Maybe that's just the ones you remember.
And then you fast forward a couple decades, and we're walking around in short sleeves in February. That's nuts.
I like it.
It's changing too fast is what I'm saying.
You think it is? I don't know. Last year was bad. Last year was fucking cold and snowy.
Last year was certainly bad, but I think if you did the average, the last 5 winters, they're milder.
But you got to average like the last 100 or something, you know?
No, how about we just average the ones in our lifetime? It's getting scary.
I think we get those.
We went from, yes, we're having a winter. Remember those stupid commercials for cold medicine stuff? And they always showed the horrible streets in New York and people can't even walk. It's so miserable out. Yeah. When was the last time we had that?
I know.
Years.
Well, last year. But
maybe last year.
Yeah, last year
I say maybe because I'm talking about when we were growing up, that type of weather was day after day, not just 1 or 2 days, and then it went back to, you know.
But here's another deal with that. Like technology and the city's infrastructure has gotten better where they're constantly plowing the streets while the snow's coming down. So we never really see that huge buildup in the streets, the stuck cars, you know, unless you go up to Harlem or out to the Bronx where they don't plow until 3 days later because, you know, who's really got to get out to work? So, but there's not
a tough job there.
Yeah, tough to work.
He knows, you know, he only has so many funds, and
you know,
he's finagling some things.
It's like a video game. It's like fucking The Sims or something. You just Tropico. It's like Tropico or Sim City. You know, I'll let those people have the exclamation points over their head going.
We can't plow every street, so what do we do here?
You know, we rotate them like we do the pictures in the lobby. We rotate the streets that we plow or don't plow. For some reason or the poor neighborhoods.
Maybe we take care of the snow better. I don't know.
Yeah, I think we absolutely take care of the snow better because I remember even in suburban Long Island, in some of the nicer areas, even there the plows didn't come through until the storm was over, and there was 3 feet of snow on the roads.
So then it took a lot longer to get rid of the snow?
Now they just plow it and salt them to where, you know, it doesn't even build up on the streets a lot of times.
Were you an ice skater growing up?
No.
We were ice skaters.
Really?
Yeah, because it, you know, got us out of the house. So our parents would just drop us off in these, like, ponds and shit around Long Island.
Ponds? You were ice skating?
Thank you. It's
really?
good. You just made my point.
Yeah.
See, you don't even have a memory of that. When I was growing up, it was very normal on the weekend, especially in the winter. My parents would drop us off at a pond, and there were hundreds of kids there, and we all would just skate around for a couple hours, and they'd come and pick us up.
Where'd you grow up? A Dickens novel? What the fuck are you doing?
But I'm saying, I don't remember the last time I saw a pond even frozen.
Yeah, that's true. People are always falling through whatever thin ice does get on there every year. So
yeah,
you know.
I do remember when we were growing up, we lost one around Milldam. Mill Dam ponds.
Somebody fell through.
Oh yeah, we lost them too.
I remember.
I think my brother
doing that too. In the sump, it was in one of the sumps. It was slightly frozen over, and some kids decided, you know, they're going to walk out on the ice, and some chubby kid fell through.
Really?
And boy, they had to make the announcement in school.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, we lost one too. It was my brother's grade. I didn't know the kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Death came early.
Boy.
You know, you don't
the Grim Reaper grabbed him.
You don't want to have to deal with death until you're a little older.
Oh,
man, when you're in like grammar school and that death comes early, that is some creepy shit.
Yeah, now the parents are like, fuck, man, I didn't want to have to deal with this shit until he got a little older. But
we were living a horror movie. I told the story. Washington Drive School.
Yeah,
we're all, I don't know, 4th grade, 5th grade. And the beloved principal, I mean, he was beloved. Mr. Leone or Mr. Leone or something like that. It's been a long time since I've thought about his name. But he went scuba diving out there in Wading River.
Uh-oh.
And he had a problem, and he died. And now we're walking through Washington Drive School. It was so fucking creepy because we lost our beloved principal.
Yeah.
The kids were fucking. It was a horror show.
But did
no one could be consoled. I mean, no one.
Back then, they didn't have the grief counselors either.
No,
so it was probably the gym teacher going,
kids, the president's not the president. Fucking what an asshole. The principal's dead.
Right.
I suck.
Right.
The principal's dead.
Yeah, no. That's all right. It was a good idea. But he had a scuba diving accident in Wading River out there on Long Island.
Yeah.
And we all got the calls at home, like on a Sunday night, I think, and we still had to go to school on Monday. And like you said, there were no grief counselors, and we're just little kids trying to figure out what the fuck is going on still.
Yeah.
And now we're thrown this death thing at an early age.
That is
Holy
a bitch.
Fuck, it was bad. And then the hallways were empty, and cause,
all depressing.
Yeah, because he really was one of those guys. He just worked the school constantly. He was a good.
Those hands-on principals. Ooh,
one of the ones that everyone liked. I mean, everyone. So,
I never trust those people. Tell you the truth, principals and
who are too
teachers
beloved.
that are too,
Who knows?
They're in the hallway going, okay, come on now, get to class, pat him on the ass, a little, and everyone loves him.
Why can't the
I don't know what's going on in there. He should be hated and despised.
Why can't he just be beloved without it leading to kid touching?
Why?
Why does everything have to lead to kid touching?
All roads lead to kid touching.
Yeah, it's just a natural progression.
No,
Exactly.
it's not a natural progression.
It's so natural.
Romney fucked up overnight, huh?
Well,
Even Limbaugh's on his case.
He did fuck up, but it's truly the left media that's really taking him out of context.
Well, Limbaugh was all about it too.
Well, Limbaugh
he's not a left.
He's a Newt guy, though.
He really is pushing for Newt.
Yeah, so he's going to bash Romney, but
this is where I stand. I'm not.
He's an idiot for saying.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of
wording it the way
Romney,
he
but
did.
I'm not a big fan of Romney. But I don't think it's a huge fuck up. I really don't. I understand what he was saying in the clip, but how things work today, they're going to take that one part.
Oh, yeah.
And they're going to crucify him for the next few days.
He said, "I'm not concerned about the very poor," and that's the clip they're using.
Right, that sounds horrible.
That sounds, wow, you fucking guy's not concerned about the very poor in this country.
And you take it out of context, like, of course, the media does.
Yeah.
That's going to be a rough one.
But he said he's also not concerned about the rich because they're doing fine. And he's not concerned about the very poor because there are things in place.
Safety nets,
as he called them, that will take care of them so they're not, they're not just in the streets dying for the most part.
Right.
What he wants to concentrate on is building the country up through the middle class.
Right.
And the majority of the country who are working people that are, maybe homeowners, struggling, have some kids, they're contributing to society, and that's what he's concentrating on. But the way he made it sound is, well, let's throw away these poor. I have no use for them, and that's kind of the way they're spinning it.
He's not smart. I mean,
no, that's a dumb thing to say.
He just
he said it.
He just handed the Obama camp a fucking golden nugget, man, a golden ticket, because they're going to be playing this in an ad.
Who does he think
when the time comes?
Who's his vice president?
He doesn't even know. He can't pick Newt, and Santorum is still a kid.
I think he should take Ron Paul.
He's not going to take Ron Paul.
I'm telling you,
it's not even a
what
chance.
that does is that would pull Obama voters. No one else in the Republican Party has any shot at getting an Obama vote.
Yeah, but
Ron Paul does.
He would not do it.
It's not even I bet you it's not even open for discussion.
I bet it's not even on the short list or the long list.
Why is that though?
Because
he comes
off like a nut. He comes off like a fucking crazy person to the majority of the country. His constituency seems to be.
Well, the people that love him, man.
Like
big time.
Like hippie types,
right?
the people that love smoking weed. They love the idea. They love the idea of not even less government, no government.
Right.
Which a lot of these people would be suffering and crying if they actually literally got no government. So he's not mainstream enough. For this country.
Then who does he take?
Yeah.
I think he's just going to pull someone out of his ass.
I don't think it can't be Santorum. Santorum's still green, like I said. Newt Gingrich is too erratic.
I still don't put Christie out of it.
I think Christie is up.
Might go with Christie.
or just somebody.
Although he's obese. I'm telling you, have you ever seen an unfit, like in our lifetime, fat president or
Not in our lifetime.
No, it's a weird.
Unfortunately,
I
like a
guys
fat
usually win.
president like Taft.
I bet you Christie's on some kind of short list if he has that already.
Definitely.
And I bet you it's other people that obviously weren't part of this whole process.
How about Condoleezza Rice? I've heard her name mentioned.
I mean, who has dropped out? He would never take Rick Perry. John Huntsman. I kind of like John Huntsman a little bit.
John Huntsman.
But he's out of it. Herman Cain. He can't take Herman Cain.
But Condoleezza Rice also has a tremendous resume. I mean, she was Secretary of State under Bush. I mean,
it's going to be someone that's really not in the spotlight like the rest of these guys.
She's got that Bush baggage, though, man. She's got that whole thing with, they would use the Iraq thing, the whole thing with going in under false pretense.
She was really good, though, at when you heard her speak. She's smart.
Yeah.
And she was really good at defending those policies. Like she was very unapologetic.
But
about
people would twist those around as saying she was very good at lying and not being honest with herself. Because the book she put out about Bush and Cheney and her time spent with them pretty much said, I didn't agree with a lot of stuff. I said things that I didn't want to say. She's a good soldier, but I think when that shit comes out, it could be really twisted around like she wasn't honest.
Maybe.
I'm not sure, but it seems that you'd give the Democrats a lot of ammo.
Right. What about Michael Rubio?
How about Michael Bublé?
Michael Rubio from Florida.
Isn't he? Yeah.
What about Michael Rubio?
They've been knocking his name around.
Yeah, I've heard it mentioned a few times.
Yeah.
You want to hear about another principal dying?
What?
Yeah, man. When death comes early, it's not easy to deal with. Dave in New York.
What's up, guys?
Hey,
Happy
man.
birthday, Jimmy.
Hi, buddy. Thank you.
Hey, I went up to school when I grew up in Terrytown in Sleepy Hollow, and when I was in the 7th grade...
Boo! Hey, is it Mike Rubio or Marco Rubio, by the way?
Marco Rubio.
It is. I'm sorry. I just realized I made that mistake. All right, go ahead, Dave.
What?
So I was in the 7th grade twice. And this
stupid.
You were in the 7th grade twice.
You dummy. Hey, stupid.
Dumb lunkhead.
Hey, stupid.
Here's the irony of it is,
Hey, wait a minute.
Hold on.
Hey.
Hold on.
Hey,
We're doing bits here.
Hey,
hold on.
Dude, where are you from?
Terrytown.
Where?
Sleepy Hollow.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, where's your head?
You think they're sick of that headless horse?
Oh, are they ever?
All it was the headless horse, but our football team was the headless horse.
Of course. Wherever you go, I'm sure the specials at the diner have something to do with
That's it.
I'm sure that dumb logo's everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
So I was the one kid.
Why? We got a few things to do here, sir. Why 7th grade twice?
Well, because I had a lot of shit going on back then. Horses running through my house.
I'm scared. I'm scared of you. I'm scared. Okay, sir.
7th grade twice. Why? You had a lot of shit going on?
7th grade twice. A lot of shit going on growing up. One parent. It was rough.
Let me ask you this, because I always wondered about the kids that got left back. What do you do for a living now?
I'm a teacher, actually.
That's funny. That is perfect.
Yeah.
I love Dave. All right, Dave, what do you got, buddy?
So anyway, 7th grade.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, Ichabod.
Yes, sir.
Because, I was one of the struggling kids. This principal was always helping me out and stuff.
Well, according to Jimmy, that means he was touching you.
I didn't say that.
I did.
I'm just following the flow chart.
That was Anthony's observation.
Yes.
I concurred.
Yeah, okay.
I concurred with
I'm
the
just going back to the old bit where the flow chart leads always to kid touching.
Molestation.
So you need a little extra help. That means he was touching your
a little
fanny.
extra help in your underwear. Go ahead.
Right.
Fortunately for me, my hiney was left untouched.
Aw.
Wow, you were dumb and you had a badass.
Yeah, you were the dummy.
Sorry. Good.
So it was the summer of like 85, 86.
Was it?
And, yeah, and
What does that have to do with anything?
Yeah.
well, I'm just going back in time a little bit. And so
He's reflecting.
come to find out, halfway through the summer, he and his wife and his 2 children had a horrible car accident over in Rockland County, I think, and they ended up under a truck. All 4 of them died.
Car accident. Did the headless horse run across the fucking highway?
That's what happened.
I just assume everyone dies because of the headless horse. Is the horse headless or the headless?
Oh, the guy's
Horseman.
headless.
The headless
The
horse.
Horseman.
horse.
I know where his ass is. It's the headless horseman.
Horseman?
The headless horse.
The headless horse.
It's what Walt's horse.
Yeah, where would you put the reins? They would just keep slipping off. Every time he whinnies, they fall off.
Headless horse. The guy's riding it like, what the fuck is going on? Hate this.
So you lost the principal and his entire family. That's similar to what happened to me. That shit's scary, man.
It was sad. It was a bad year that year.
Did I ever talk about?
They're in Sleepy Hollow.
I think it might have been Ms. McCutcheon,
Oh.
or was it Mrs.? Maybe someone from Washington Drive could confirm this.
Did you say McCutcheon?
McCutcheon, I believe.
Ah.
These are names I haven't thought about in years. Summer break.
Mm-hmm.
It happened during the summer. Yeah, the family's name was Hirsch, Mr. Hirsch.
I thought.
All right, thank
I
you.
hope he
sir.
was telling a
Thanks,
story.
guys. Have a great day.
No,
This guy, he's still a dummy.
Another death came early.
Ah,
Mrs. McCutcheon, she was beloved too. She was my 2nd grade teacher.
death comes calling.
But I think this happened a few years after I was gone from Washington Drive. I'm not sure, but we got the news
Uh-oh.
that Ms. or Mrs. McCutcheon
Yeah.
was up there in Canada, enjoying the winter break or whatever.
That sounds nice.
Might have been summer,
Yeah, it sounds nice too.
and she's in a car, a rental, and yeah, all of a sudden she comes around a corner, and there's a guy flying in his car, his truck, with his plow up.
Oh. Oh no.
And supposedly,
Yeah.
we were told,
Yeah.
maybe something got lost in the translation,
Yeah.
that she was beheaded. She was beheaded.
Wow.
She lived most of her life, though, because she seemed...
Without a head?
Well, she seemed to be older.
Oh.
But I was a little thing, so maybe she was only 40.
Yeah, that's
So I don't know,
ancient.
But how I remember it, she was a bit older to begin with. And,
This break is macabre.
and I don't know if that's true,
Yeah?
but that's what was told.
Eh.
By the time it was told to me, she was beheaded. And that's
Now
how
it's
she
small
died.
town legend, so it might as well be true.
Yeah.
Do you know when you said McCutcheon?
I think it's McCutcheon.
You reminded me of an awful joke that I did.
Oh, back in the good old days?
Yeah.
Was it the obese primate days?
No, it made obese primates look like fucking, like Pryor's fucking monkey running up the arm, putting his dick in my ear bit. It was, do you know the town Metuchen, New Jersey?
Yes. Oh boy. Strap in, kids.
Did I ever tell you this one?
I don't think so.
Not me touching my balls.
It was close to that, yeah. It was.
'Cause I've heard that over the years.
Let's hear it with the inimitable delivery.
It sounds like something Elvis would say. I'm touching myself.
No.
Yeah,
You didn't do
I
that.
did.
Oh.
I did.
And you added in the
Oh, of course, because it was Elvis.
Of course it was.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Metuchen.
I'm touching myself.
Did it get a laugh?
I don't think so.
No, they got to laugh today.
Yeah.
We laughed.
Not with me.
Laughing at you.
You know-
it's not nice.
Just when I was putting myself out there defending principles as far as touching kids, we got a kid touching story.
Ah.
And it's a death story.
Oh, good.
All wrapped up into one.
Well, let me get my dick out.
Yeah. Tattletale.
Derek in Long Island.
Hey, how you guys doing? Opie, I grew up in Huntington.
Even wait for an answer.
Probably not far from where you grew up. I went to
Well, let's break this down a little bit. I was in the little town of Centerport, Long Island, which is part of the Huntington Township.
The township.
Where did you live?
I lived in Huntington Village.
Hoity and toity.
Hold on. How close to F.H. Riley's, my brother's restaurant, which is on, I believe, New York Avenue, 400 New York Avenue. Pretty much the heart of Huntington Village. How
Try
close
the
to
mac
that
and
place?
cheese.
Yes.
Dude, the mac and cheese, I'm still fucking shitting that out from Sunday.
What an endorsement.
That mac and cheese is ridiculously good.
That mac and cheese.
If you don't give a shit about what you look like, go to F.H. Riley's and order the mac and cheese. You'll thank me later.
Oh.
I didn't say it, but I look that way.
I've had
I don't know.
mac and cheese.
That was it.
How ridiculous is that?
Looks like you have it in your hair.
That mac and cheese is great. Your colon's going to hold that until Obama's out of office. It's just going to stay there.
What's that?
Great.
Your phone broke up.
Anyway,
What'd you say, sir?
We didn't hear the mac and cheese joke.
It's not even Obama.
Yeah.
yeah, I know. Okay. I know.
It's almost as funny when they know.
How close to F.H. Riley's did you grow up?
I grew up very, very close to F.H. Riley's. In fact, I worked at a record store in Huntington, and I'm sure Anthony came in with his Rot Gut CDs, probably waved to me back in the day.
What record store? The one on
Brush
New York
with
Avenue?
Yeah, the one on New York Avenue, Soundtracks. I had worked there.
Soundtracks fucking closed.
Yes,
Another mom and pop fucking music store closing. I thought those places would at least survive it.
Yeah,
but they went out of business.
No, the fancy little boutiques around Huntington.
I like that place.
Taken over by the big boys.
I like that place because they had the good stuff.
The vinyl,
they had the good stuff. The illegals.
Oh, the bootlegs.
The good bootlegs.
I like how you're whispering like they're going to still get in trouble.
Oh, yeah.
You
never know. You never know, though.
Let me tell you what they are.
Yeah, we're calling the authorities right now.
When I was into my Nirvana and stuff, I would dig through, and I found some stuff, man, at that place. But anyway, go ahead.
All right, so we all have a connection. That's good to know. All right, so anyway, this guy, Southdown School, this principal, I was, elementary school. I remember walking down the hall, and the principal just grabbed my shirt, threw me to the floor for no fucking reason. A couple of times, just walking down the hall, going to lunch or whatever. He just walks by. He'd walk by these kids, and he'd just stick his finger in their chest for no reason. The guy was a douchebag.
Chicks?
I didn't see him do it to any girls. He did it to most of the guys.
I'd use 2 fingers instead of one in the middle. 2, one on each nipple, one on each budding little nub.
Each curious breast.
It was a different time. Back then, growing up, that's what's wrong with kids today.
You could fuck a kid back then. What?
Yeah.
Isn't that what you were getting at?
Teach him a lesson?
Yeah, you could fuck with them. And the principal or the teachers, they would never get in trouble because we were raised to fear authority. Yeah. And that's why we all ended up fucked up as we did, I guess. So anyway, this guy, he was a real
boring. The story just goes on and on. You're fucking pontificating.
Well, guess what? He died of cancer. I couldn't be happier.
Okay, at least it ended funny.
It ended funny. Cancer's funny, and he died of cancer.
Just because he poked you in the chest a little too hard.
Oh, well, he threw me to the floor. That was the good one. I enjoyed that. Yeah, it was good.
School days. Dear old golden rule days.
Aw.
Sounds wonderful.
All right,
fascinating.
Sir, thank you.
All right.
Lovely story.
Thank you for the F.H. Riley's plug. It's a terrific place. Hey, we got the Mitt Romney clip. We're all over the place, but it's all coming.
I like that. We're zigging and zagging. We're serpentining through this break.
So you're going to hear this clip a million fucking times today. I'm not concerned about the very poor, but here's the whole clip. But the media will just take that part.
Yeah.
And crucify the guy.
By the way, I'm in this race because I care about Americans. I'm
the white race?
Concerned about the very poor. We have a safety net there. If it needs repair, I'll fix it.
All right. I know I said last question, but I got to ask you. You just said, I'm not concerned about the very poor because they have a safety net. And I think there are lots of very poor Americans who are struggling who would say, that sounds odd.
Finish the sentence, Soledad. I said, I'm not concerned about the very poor that have a safety net, but if it has holes in it, I will repair them.
Got it. Okay.
The challenge right now, we will hear from the Democratic Party the plight of the poor. And there's no question, it's not good being poor, and we have a safety net to help those that are very poor. Well, my campaign is focused on middle-income Americans. My campaign, I mean, you can choose where to focus. You can focus on the rich. That's not my focus. You can focus on the very poor. That's not my focus. My focus is on middle-income Americans.
Terrible fucking clip for him.
Yeah.
What a terrible. Even though I know what he's saying.
You're right. It opens
and she's
him
a
up.
cunt.
Yeah, you got to be smarter. You just got to be smarter.
Because she didn't quote him accurately.
Right.
And good for him to call him out. Finish the sentence, Soledad, or whatever her name was.
Soledad O'Brien.
But
Good for
that's
him.
but they're going to play just that one part over and over again.
But even hearing the rest of the clip, it's like, ugh.
I'll say it today, man. I don't see Obama losing this fucking thing right now. Sorry. I don't see him losing this.
But then again, the very poor wouldn't have voted for Mitt Romney anyway. That's not his base. So it's like, is he losing anybody by saying that? Probably not.
No, but
Middle class and are the ones he probably wants to pull from Obama. So that's probably the ones he's appealing to.
as we sit here today, I don't see Obama losing this fucking thing. I just
Really?
don't. Yeah.
I don't know.
When a guy that rich says that, it's like, you don't want to hear that shit.
It really comes
don't wanna hear that
off
shit.
poorly.
You
But,
can never go wrong when you say that you really want to help poor people.
Yeah, why would you just don't even acknowledge it? Why would you do that?
Well, maybe he's thinking there's a
He's being
large,
honest, which God bless him for that.
a
but-
large segment of this society that has been overlooked as the productive members of this society in lieu of them paying so much attention to the poor and the downtrodden in this country. It seems like a cheap, easy way over the years to get votes and look like you're a hero and you're this moral guy. And he's just saying, look, here's a shitload of fucking people, potential voters, that I want to address and I will be representing instead of just, again, being this president that goes, we must help the poor. I see what he's doing here. But he really could have worded that a little better.
Yeah, I see what he's saying there too, Ant. But
Yeah.
he just wasn't smart about it.
You don't see a lot of. It's hard to say that because you don't see a lot of rich people's kids coming back from Iraq. I'm not saying that they don't go or they don't ever serve, but it's stupid to say something like that when a lot of the fucking grunt work in this country is done by people that don't make a lot of money.
Yeah.
Like the fucking military, everything we have, we are so proud of our military. Very, very, very few of them on a non-officer level are fucking not.
But he didn't say people that are not. He didn't say people that are getting along. He said the very poor, which again can be twisted around. But I think he honestly means people that are out of work, on welfare, food stamps, things like that. He said the very poor. His campaign isn't going to just concentrate on that.
But what it sounds like, and I know that they take it out of context too.
Yeah.
But when you say they got a safety net, if there's a hole, I'll fix it. What that sounds like is that's where they are.
Right.
That's where they're going to stay. And if there's a hole in their net, I'll fix it to make sure they don't fall any further.
But
I'm
I
not
don't
gonna
see
do
any
a
holes right now.
That sounded terrible from
It did sound terrible.
What a
I agree.
dumb motherfucker.
You know,
I agree.
Russia's absolutely going after him even. But like Ant said, I guess Russia's a Newt guy.
I think Rush is a Newt guy.
Really wants to help Newt.
Well,
get-
Romney he sees as a, but that's
moving.
dumb from Rush because Newt has no shot at getting the nomination.
Nah,
None.
Newt's
I know.
crazy.
Romney's gonna be the guy. It looks like.
Yeah.
Doesn't Newt seem like a little kid that just doesn't know it's time to leave the party?
Yeah.
Like, I found him hateable way back when, and I find him hateable now.
That
I know
is
he's
true.
not a dumb guy.
The guy that won't leave the party.
Yeah, he's the fucking fat douchebag
I
who's
feel
not
like-
getting his own way.
Although it's looking really good for Romney, I feel it's still just slightly too early for him to leave, though. Why not do a couple more weeks? Why not?
The sun's coming up. There's beer bottles all around the house. Everyone else is gone, and he's going, put on Animal House. Oh, God, could you go home? I want to go to sleep.
But aren't you that guy usually?
No, I'm
I
throwing
follow-
the party.
But I
See,
follow-
I've changed. I throw the parties now.
I follow your Twitter enough to know that you're outlasting every single person in your house.
Yeah, usually. But my Twitters are very misleading because a lot of times I'm sleeping. And then I wake up and I'm able to stay up late because people go, when do you sleep?
Right.
It's like when you don't see me tweeting, I'm sleeping.
Right.
Sometimes that's a long clip.
All right, we go back to kid touching.
All right, all roads.
I would love to think this is a real call, but I have a feeling this is an exaggeration. Go ahead, Chris.
Hey, what's up, fellas?
Hey, man.
Hello.
Dude, this is totally real.
Okay, go ahead.
Grew up, should I say the town or no? It's on Long Island.
Why not?
Yeah, just say
Only
the town
name.
now.
West Hempstead.
All right, don't go any further.
Yeah, don't say any names.
No, of course not.
Yeah.
All right, go
Just
ahead.
ethnicity. Go.
Yeah.
So this is actually kind of a pathetic story, so Jimmy will appreciate it.
Yes.
I was in 7th grade. It was like the height of grunge rock, and my home ec teacher, girl teacher, was this fat pig, and she made me come after school early. Come after school to work on my pillow that I was knitting.
Ew,
and it was
fruit.
Wait, it was a fat pig teacher?
Fat pig.
Was she hot?
Fat pig
Was
fatty.
she hot?
Well, sometimes, if she has youth on her side, the fat isn't as bad.
She was busty.
See? All right, now we're talking. All right.
So I actually
Would she show off the cleavage a little bit?
No, she wore moo-moos.
Her slovenly tits.
Oh, she must have been huge if she's wearing
fucking
moo-moos.
fat lady dress.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
The only one that could wear those was Mrs. Roper.
Yeah,
Looked lovely
Audra
in a
Lindley,
moo-moo.
who didn't want to stick her.
Moo-moo.
All right,
There it is.
I almost yelled at Eric as a joke to not
Yeah.
have the Roper's theme queued up. Your story will be right there, sir.
God, this is so bad.
Do you know how
and now
much
it's
they
gonna be
hate this?
stuck in my head again. Look, he's got the plunger and he's dancing
dance.
around.
And then Jeffrey Tambor's wife comes in.
Oh, and
he does his tennis move.
he shoves the plunger up her ass.
And he throws plates at her. Mr. Soames did it again.
All right. All right.
All right. So
sir.
she wore moo-moos, but she was busty.
yeah, I'm still here.
And she made you, what did she teach again?
They called it home and careers, which is basically
Home and careers.
Just
taking
home
my
ec.
choice.
Just stop with naming new names for the same old shite.
Wasn't it home,
Oh, right.
home ec, right? Yeah, okay.
Home economics.
So so I had a black satin pillow, and in the middle of it said Nirvana. And around the outside, I put the names in different colors. And she made me come and work on it. And
Let's be honest, though. You made Chris Novoselic, his name slightly smaller, right?
On the back of the pillow.
Yeah. But Dave Grohl and Kurt, you made
Yeah.
sure people saw those names.
no, you misheard me do the songs, not the band members. I was too young to appreciate the band members.
Oh, just songs? What songs did you pick?
Teen Spirit.
Polly.
Huh?
I remember Polly was too big it was so much bigger than the rest of the songs. It was in orange. And Smells Like Teen Spirit, and then On a Plane, and then Dumb. I fucking sucked.
Oh,
But,
All right.
and now I'm a teacher to make fun of other kids that suck that were
So
like
many
me and make
teachers.
myself feel better. So she put the pillows in this big trunk, and us little guys, you really had to really get up and bend over and get it. And she came up behind me to act like she was helping me get the pillow, and she was rubbing her big, fat, mushy, fucking thing under her belly, that little pot under her belly,
Yeah, the bunt.
right against
The bunt?
yeah, the bunt, right against my fucking ass. And then
Hot.
in class, and she was so heavy, and the class was narrow like a shoebox, she'd walk behind my seat and rub her fat tits on the back of my head. And I actually appreciated it. I was 7th grade. I was jerking off like a monkey.
Yeah.
But, so I appreciate it. But then I went to the principal, and I'm like, look, this is happening. It kind of makes me feel uncomfortable. She makes me come after school 3 times a week, and I'm totally done with the project. And he's like, listen, sometimes you kids tend to exaggerate things, so I say just suck it up. And,
Funny.
Suck it up.
Suck it up.
You know what, though? We all heard suck it up when we were growing
Yeah.
up.
Suck it up, walk it off.
Walk it off, suck it up.
What a tattletale.
Deal with it.
But did she ever
a
touch?
rat.
Did she ever touch your genitals? Did she
not
fondle
that I
them?
recall. She did reach around me to help me get my pillow, my satin black fucking
Enough about the
bag
pillow.
of
Yeah,
pillows
the
from-
dumbass
Exactly.
pillow.
This
Enough
pillow.
about the pillow.
What song are they singing, by the way, on do we have the pucks? They're singing a song.
Why?
Wow.
Can we pot that up?
Yeah, they are.
No, we can't.
Oh.
Why can't we?
He has to change the channel to one of these, and he
Why
gets
don't
all
we have-
confused.
Why don't we have constant live coverage? Isn't there somewhere that is playing just the live coverage from Gobbler's Knob?
Now go back because now it's too
Constantly.
late again. And
Yeah,
we
see,
need the
it's-
main channel up over there.
Whatever the channel is that you can just hit the button to, that's the one that should be on.
Oh, fuck. I'm getting pulled over. Son of a bitch.
Oh, wait.
Hold on. Don't
on the phone.
Don't get off the phone. Put it in your lap or something.
Yeah, put it
Hide
on,
it. Let's
this
hear.
This is great radio. We love when
All
this happens.
Let's hear.
All right, I'm on straight path. Should I stop or no?
Oh, shit.
You're getting pulled over on straight path? What
Is it a
drug
real
do you
cop?
need today?
Oh, fuck. All right, hang on a minute.
Oh, God.
Why are you getting pulled over on straight path? That's like...
Hope the cop shoots him.
That used to be a drug area, right?
Not nice, Anthony. I'm a fucking Long Island.
Straight path? Fuck yeah. Are you in the white section or the black section of straight path?
Where's the white section?
It gets white near the end.
Yeah, each end of it gets a little
near what?
Whiter.
Deer Park Avenue, right? It gets a little white.
I'm moving towards Deer Park Avenue. All right, hang on.
Are you near the train station? God, I used to drive that road all the time, coming back from BAB.
What are they
I think
singing?
he's rapping. I think he's rapping.
Oh.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I'm on the cell phone.
Oh, did they get him for a cell phone?
It's the Opie and Anthony show. Don't know them. All right.
Oh. That hurt. Used to get me out of tickets all the time.
We're not popular
Oh,
anymore. Cops used to always
I think
know
he
us.
told him to shut it off.
Yeah. He's getting a ticket for fucking being on a cell phone. Driving down straight path? Come on, man.
Oh, man.
That's scary enough.
Hi, yeah, it's the Opie and Anthony show.
Oh, well.
Well.
Oh, well.
Hopefully he's being tased as we speak.
How great would that be?
Oh, it'd be fantastic.
Wish we were live for that.
On the cell phone, that's a bad one to get.
Cell phone?
I mean, it's just because it's
That's
so
easy.
unnecessary. It's so unnecessary to get it.
You realize how easy it is to drive with a cell phone to your ear after texting and driving?
Yeah.
You're like, oh, come on.
It's a breeze.
That's easy. We could all do that.
Yeah, punch in a few numbers.
That texting gets a little rough, man. Holy fuck.
You just can't do it.
Siri can be helpful though.
Yeah.
Siri, if it's working, if it's quiet,
right,
you can talk. It is actually not bad.
Yeah.
As Sam Roberts had to hear.
Oh, Sam Roberts. We haven't even had much of a winter, so
Dude, I was on my bike yesterday in Central Park. That's crazy.
Yesterday was ridiculous, nice weather.
What was it, like 65?
Yeah, no jacket
Low 60s?
needed. Just walking around New York.
It's all nice, but you got to start believing in global warming yet. And I'll tell you why.
But last year was abominable.
I'll tell you why. Because the people that came before us, like the ice age. You know that ice when it reformed the entire planet, it was only moving, I think, a foot a year.
Yeah, it was not
Not
much
even
at all.
maybe.
Yeah.
So the people or whatever things were around never noticed it because it happened so slow
Really
around
slow.
them.
Yeah.
This weather change, I go, I can't even walk. It's so miserable out.
Yeah.
When was the last time we had that?
I know.
Years.
Well, last year. But
maybe last year.
Yeah, last year
I say
was
maybe
bad.
because I'm talking about when we were growing up, that type of weather was day after day, not just 1 or 2 days, and then it went back to,
But here's another deal with that. Like technology and the city's infrastructure has gotten better where they're constantly plowing the streets while the snow's coming down. So we never really see that huge buildup in the streets, the stuck cars, unless you go up to Harlem or out to the Bronx where they don't plow until 3 days later because, who's really got to get out to work. So, but
Mayor has a tough job there.
Yeah, tough to work.
He knows, he only has so many funds, and he's finagling some things.
It's like a video game. It's like fucking The Sims or something. You just
Tropico.
It's like Tropico or Sim City. I'll let those people have the exclamation points over their head going.
We can't plow every street, so what do we do here?
We rotate them like we do the pictures in the lobby. We rotate the streets that we plow or don't plow for some reason or the poor neighborhoods.
Maybe we take care of the snow better. I don't know.
Yeah, I think we absolutely take care of the snow better because I remember even in suburban Long Island, in some of the nicer areas, even there the plows didn't come through until the storm was over and there was 3 feet of snow on the roads.
So then it took a lot longer to get rid of the snow.
Now they just plow it and salt them to where it doesn't even build up on the streets a lot of times.
Were you an ice skater growing up?
No.
We were ice skaters.
Really?
Yeah, because it got us out of the house. So our parents would just drop us off in these like ponds and shit around Long Island.
Ponds? You were ice skating?
Thank you.
Really?
You just made my point.
Yeah.
See, you don't even have a
true.
memory of that. When I was growing up, it was very normal on the weekend, especially in the winter. My parents would drop us off at a pond, and there were hundreds of kids there, and we all would just skate around for a couple hours, and they'd come and pick us up.
Where'd you grow up? A Dickens novel? What the fuck are you doing?
But I'm saying, I don't remember. Within our lifetime, I remember growing up and having really bad winters every single winter.
Maybe that's just the ones you remember.
And then you fast
because
forward
they
a
were
couple
bad.
decades, and we're walking around in short sleeves in February. That's nuts.
I like it.
It's changing too fast, is what I'm saying.
You think it is? I don't know. Last year was bad. Last year was fucking cold and
Last
snowy.
year was certainly bad, but I think if you did the average, the last 5 winters, they're milder.
But you got to
Easily.
average like the last 100 or something, you know?
No, how about we just average the ones in our lifetime? It's getting scary.
I think we get those.
We went from, yes, we're having a winter. Remember those stupid commercials for cold medicine stuff? And they always showed the horrible streets in New York. And